Hello, my beautiful people. Come give your Tati a hug. It's been so long. I know. It's been so long since you've seen your Tati. I can't. It's been so long. Tati's been tired. Tati don't work, but Tati's been tired. The COVID out there has been just running amok and making your Tati ill. I was told to come out here and give you a story of my youth. Come. Remember, you listen to your Tati because Tati care about you, alright? Okay. So, we are going to tell a story about when your Tati had low standards. And nowadays, Tati's expensive. Tati Zo expects the best out of someone that wants her attention. Tati Zo expects someone to want to fight for her honor, But back when she was a youngin', she did not know what the hell she was talking about. She was stupid. But with that stupidity comes wisdom, lots of wisdom, but also some stories. And that is what we have for you today. But before we get into this, Zotaku asked me to give you a little bit of announcement. She says that I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe to her channel. I don't know where she gets off telling me to tell you anything. I'm just here to tell my story. She don't pay me enough to talk about supporting her channel. She don't pay me enough to tell you guys to subscribe or whatnot. But so we can get her to shut up about it, just click the subscribe button, like the video at the end if you liked my story, and comment down below if you've also had, interesting stories with dust. Now, let us get into the story. This happened when your Tati was in college. Tati was in college. And remember, college was a crazy time for Tati. I don't know what happened. Tati was just on some crack or some shit. But Tati wanted to, practice dating, get her groove on, get her groove on, get jiggy with it, as the young people say. I think that's what you young people say. Tati Zo wanted to explore her options and just practicing understanding the opposite gender, which after so many years of living in this world, you still don't understand. I don't understand them. Do you understand them? Because I don't. Y'all don't make sense. Tati Zo was very active on campus. Tati Zo was always proud of her Haitian lineage, was always proud to get her groove on. And Tati Zo at the time was part of this club called the Caribbean Student Association, which was essentially all about promoting Caribbean culture on campus. And with that came a lot of food, a lot of carnival, and with carnival comes parties. It was fun up in there, Did some things that mommy would not be proud of, I did some vagabond type shit with people, and that was good for my health at the time. We're gonna call him Jean. Jean was a beautiful, at the time, Haitian man who wooed Tati Zo with his dance. We did a little bit of a goyade. We had a nice dance. He had some good facial hair, and I was just sitting here like, ooh, that's on me, okay. But Jean was interesting. Tati Zo did not have much luck with the opposite gender. Tati Zo was kind of a loner. Tati Zo was very much alone most of her youth. So it wasn't until college that she was able to start getting into the whole dating realm, She said, let me call you. In that deep voice that made me like, I'm gonna call you, shorty. Some shit like that. Okay. I was here for it. I was like, okay. We're texting, we're messaging, we're Snapchatting, we're enjoying each other's company. And I'm just here, sitting here wondering, when's this guy gonna ask me out? You're right. He asked me out eventually. I'm ecstatic. And remember, Tati Zo does not have much experience when it comes to dating and doesn't have much experience when it comes to understanding the opposite gender. So when it came to this date, in my head, I had high expectations. I had always had high standards to the point that people would tell me that, Zo, your standards are way too high. No one can ever meet them. You might need to lower them a little bit. And I lowered them a little bit. Never again.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
During the time, I noticed that the only time that he would Snapchat me was when he was the green happy stuff that people like to enjoy on their recreational type. You know what I mean exactly. That's the only time he would message me, when he is high off of his, we're gonna call them happy cigarettes. He would always be high on his happy cigarettes. And I'm just thinking, ooh, he's a bad boy. Ooh, he does these. Oh, he's so bad. I was swoon. You know when you go through that whole bad boy phase, but then when you look back, it's just like, he wasn't a bad boy, he was just a bum. Fuck, I should not be calling him a bum this early in the story. Date was supposed to be at 7 o'clock. Tati Zo is not like them other Haitians that be late, okay? Tati Zo says if 7 o'clock, Tati Zo will be there at 7. Granted, sometimes other people make Tati Zo late, other things happen, but I will communicate that with you. If I am late, I expect to be late by no more than 15 to 30 minutes. And that's excessive for me, because I don't like making people wait on me, especially if I had not communicated to them that I am on my way to said place. Homeboy was supposed to pick me up from the dorm room at 7 o'clock. 7:15, no answer. 7:30, no answer.
6 hours later.
9 o'clock, yo, I'm downstairs. Downstairs for what? It's almost bedtime for me. Tati Zo lowered her standards a little bit. So she was like, okay, I'll come down. But inside, I was like, how the hell are you 2 hours late? Do you not have a phone that works? Did your phone not charge? What is going on? And I asked him when I get down there, I was like, you do realize you were supposed to meet at 7 o'clock. Why are you 2 hours late? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'll make sure I'm not late the next time. Did I address it any further? No. Did I question it any further? No. I was thinking he was gonna take me to a restaurant. We didn't do that. We walked around the sketchy ass park where drug dealers do their own damn shit in the neighborhood. We just walked around. But I thought it counted as a first date. Not very smart back then. But I come back from said date and I talked to my friends. And I'm just like, yo, he was late and we didn't go anywhere and we didn't really do anything. Granted, what we were talking about, he was really nice, but like we didn't. Like, I was just pissed about the fact that he made me wait for 2 hours for pretty much nothing. He put in zero effort. Zo, he seems really nice. Give him another chance, Zo. You don't know what potential you could find in this person. Just wait it out. Maybe he'll get better. A week later, he asks me out saying, hey, to make up for last week, let me take you out for some ice cream. I like ice cream. But ice cream doesn't count as a date for me anymore. You gotta put in more effort than that. But when we started at 0 and he went up to 1, like that was a lot for me. So I was like, let me take what I can get. Now keep in mind what the words he said. Let me take you out for ice cream. This is very important later on in the story. I'm getting myself ready. He says, I'll pick you up at 6:30. And I'm like, okay, 6:30. 6:45, no answer. You know how the script goes. Homeboy doesn't come until 9:30. In my head, I'm like, this man has to be a new level of stupid. Like, I've never met someone so stupid in my life. My idiot self decided to go back downstairs and I told him like, bro, you did this again. You were supposed to be here hours ago. You made me wait. What the hell is wrong with you? And I said it just like that because at that point I was pissed. Fuck the whole let me be patient and wait for his potential. Nah, I was like, what is wrong with you? And he tries to apologize by saying, oh, I'm sorry, but my phone was dead. And while my phone was charging, me and my mom were getting into an argument. It could have been such a big argument with your mother that you were like 2.5 hours late. And he says, oh, my mom wanted me to do some chore. By the way, he lived with his mother at the point. That's another thing I forgot to mention. He's like, oh, my mom wanted me to take out the trash. And I was like, I don't want to take out the trash because like, I don't know why she always has me do it. I don't know why she can't do it sometimes. And because I didn't want to do it, we had an argument about that. Excuse me? Sagena. What? You mean to tell me that you were late for 2.5 hours because you were having an argument with your mother whom you live with and all she wanted to do was have you take out the trash because you live with her. And you... This is why, ladies and gents, we don't let our standards dip down for nobody. Because the minute that we let them dip down, you see trash. As you can see, the way that he was talking about his mother to me after just our second date was just enough of a red flag to me. But did I continue on with the date? Yes. Because I want ice cream. I love me some ice cream. I like my ice cream with vanilla, you know, some some Reese's peanut butter cups on top. I like my ice cream. And in my head, I was like, he's paying. One thing I forgot to mention was that while we were messaging and finalizing the details for this date, he tells me that, hey, just to let you know, I don't have that much money on hand because I had to pay rent this week, so I'm a little bit on the short end. And I'm like, fine, it's okay. We're both students. It be like that. I don't mind, like, I'm not asking for like $1 million right off the bat, although I wish I could. I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm not that pressed. So don't while out. Even though it was just Baskin Robbins ice cream, wasn't even Cold Stone. Was not even Cold Stone. But I wanted to be considerate, so I get the smallest cup of ice cream with my little toppings. And the total comes out to $2.47. And the reason why I remember this number so vividly after all these years is because homeboy proceeds to tell me that I don't got money for it. And I'm just like, I thought we were getting ice cream. I thought you were taking me out for ice cream. And then he says, yeah, I paid rent this week, so I don't have any more money. So in my head, I'm like, you don't have $2.47 to pay for my ice cream? That's less than the Metro card for one way. The MTA is $2.75. My ice cream was $2.47. You don't have enough for one way on the Metro card? Like, I was confused. But dumbass Zoe was like, let me just see how the rest of it goes. We're talking, he tries to share my ice cream, and in my head I'm just like, fuck you. I am pissed. But I'm also trying to get to know him just to understand where in his psyche did he go wrong? Trying to understand where in his life did things go left, because obviously things were not going right for him. He's in college, I'm in college. He tells me he wants to be a doctor. I like school. You don't need to know what I do. We're both trying to get to know each other, and he tells me why he wants to go to college and why he does what he does. He tells me that the reason why he wanted to start his life anew was because he used to get into some trouble in his youth. What kind of trouble are we talking about? Like, because I don't look good in jail. I'm too pretty. You see this skin? I'm too pretty for jail. I don't know if this is breaking like street law code or whatever for me to tell you this, but F it, they don't pay my bills either. He proceeds to tell me that he used to be a member of the Bloods.
You what?
Yes, you heard that right. I was on a date with an ex-Blood member. If you are from New York, the New York area, or any major metropolitan area in the United States, you would know that the two major gangs are the Bloods versus the Crips. And you would know that they are the most notorious gangs, or one of the most notorious gangs, in American history. So for me to just easily come across a gentleman who wants to take me out, who I am doing my best goyard for on the dance floor, and I found out that he is of the Bloods, I was shook to my core. What do you mean were? Because the thing is, from my knowledge, now I'm not from the streets. I am not for the streets. I don't know what the streets talk about. I don't listen. I don't have their area code, so I don't know how to dial the streets. But from my lack of knowledge, I understand that once you are in the gang, you can't really leave. Like, it's not like you can sign a consent form or a pink slip and just say, I want to leave now. It's not like you can just go up to the secretary and be like, okay, so I see that you would like to leave. This is your release form. Do you have any things that you would like to talk about or any surveys that you want? No? Okay. You just can't leave and just think it's gonna be okay. Lost a family member to gang violence, or his family member went to jail, and he's just casually talking about this, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, my mommy gonna kill me. My mommy gonna kill me because what? Hey, mommy don't want me out with gang member when I'm in school. I'm supposed to be at home sleeping. Why would I be outside with this strange man in the middle of the night when he don't pay for my ice cream? Why? I keep listening because now I'm fascinated, because I'm just like, what else transpired? And he tells me about what his gang initiation was like, talking about how the code was like, if you see a Crip, kill a Crip. And I'm like, kill who? First off, I like blue. Blue is my favorite color. So like, I don't feel comfortable right now. I like wearing blue. I'm not wearing it right now, but I like wearing blue. He takes me home. Luckily, he doesn't try to get none because he did cannot earn a single damn thing from me. I must change my number and hide because he can never know where Tati Zo is and where Tati Zo lives and never find me again. But of course, he found me again later on years. And if you would like a part 2 as to how I ran into him years later, that's even funnier stories. Ladies, it is not your job to lower your standards for any man. It is not your job to kowtow or to make things easier for a man. A man, if they want to, they will put in some effort. Depending on what their socioeconomic background is, they will put in more or less effort, but the point is they have to put in some type of effort into you. Being late is not effort. Not being able to pay for your date is not effort, let alone not being able to pay $247. Again, I remember the number for a reason. The moral of the story is keep your standards high, date often, date multiple people. Be reckless sometimes, you can have stories like mine, but don't be so reckless that you're stupid and end up in jail because again, at least for me, I am too pretty for jail. This skin was not meant for jail. Again, I don't get paid for this, so me coming back on here to give you these words of encouragement and to give you my stories and tell you my tales, that's a lot from me. So, you better be respectful of my time by clicking that like button. You better be respectful of my time by subscribing to this stupid channel so this Zotaku can stop bothering me every few months to entertain you fools. Okay? So, until next time, bye-bye.